Donald Trump's taken the first step towards returning to the White House in November. He's triumphed in the Republican Iowa caucuses, winning the vote by an overwhelming majority.
Despite horrendously cold temperatures, Iowans were determined to have their voices heard. US correspondent Mitch McCann reports.
On a freezing cold night in Iowa, they poured into libraries, living rooms and gymnasiums. Democracy in action, they say. They're here to pick a president.
Go Trump!
We'll get America back.
I would like Trump, but kind of concerned with all the baggage he has.
Iowa is the first state voting for the Republican nominee to take on Democratic President Joe Biden. Caucusing is a unique way of doing it. Registered Republicans gathered at 1,600 sites like these, ready to cast their ballots.
I'm here because I love America.
I also went to January 6th, so I'm that person that will show up when it's important.
Before voting, they make speeches persuading friends in other camps to change their minds. Except tonight at this event, it was a little different. Surprisingly, some well-known faces showed up.
A new generational leader that leaves the negativity and chaos of the past and moves forward.
What's happening here now is quite rare. Normally it's community members that speak at caucuses in support of candidates. But in the last 20 minutes, both Nikki Haley and Donald Trump Jr. have shown up to speak.
You think the world will be a safer place under your father?
The facts speak for themselves. I mean, could it be any more obvious? Look at what's happened. I mean, are we going to pretend that this is normal, what's going on right now in the world, or are we just going to keep lying to everyone?
While there were supporters for most candidates in this room, tonight fast became all about one of them. And only 31 minutes after the caucuses started, what always seemed likely happened.
CNN projects that Donald Trump will win the Iowa caucuses.
NBC News can now project that Donald Trump has won the Iowa caucus.
Trump's victory was overwhelming, sending a strong message that Republicans want him back.
We're going to drill, baby, drill right away. Yeah. Drill, baby, drill. We're going to seal up the border. Because right now we have an invasion. We have an invasion of millions and millions of people that are coming into our country. I can't imagine why they think that's a good thing. It's a very bad thing.
Iowa accelerates Trump's momentum heading into the next primary vote only 8 days away. He's the favourite there too.
I don't want to be overly rough on the president, but I have to say that he is the worst president that we've had in the history of our country.
Tonight's triumph doesn't grant Donald Trump the Republican nomination or the presidency, but it might just be the beginning of Democrats' worst fears.
Well, Mitch is with us now from Des Moines. Mitch, a big win for Trump tonight. So what's next?
Yeah, good evening, Sam. Well, as they say, the show must go on. In 8 days' time, they'll head to New Hampshire for the next vote. Then it's on to South Carolina and Nevada after that. Donald Trump's team hopes if he can perform like he did here in Iowa tonight in those 3 states, it will put him in good stead for Super Tuesday in early March. That's when more than 12 states vote in a single day. And if he does well there, they do hope that he could become the presumptive nominee for the Republican Party for president by the middle of March, which would be a huge win in itself for Donald Trump. But as for what happens in the coming hours, Sam, Donald Trump actually has to fly back to New York tonight because he's going to be in a courtroom early tomorrow morning in a defamation case. And then he's back on the campaign trail again in the afternoon in New Hampshire. So never a dull 24 hours for Donald Trump, who has had an overwhelming win here in Iowa tonight with more than 50% of the vote in the Iowa caucuses.
Mitch, thanks so much.